why your adult child is kind to everyone except you.
The dinner. Your daughter smiles at the waiter. "Thank you. Everything was wonderful." She laughs at something her husband says. She asks the woman beside her about her new job. She listens carefully. She looks warm, patient, interested. Then she turns toward you.
You ask, "How have you been?"
Her smile disappears. "Fine." You try again. "Is everything okay at work?" She looks down at the table. "Can we not do this tonight?" You stop talking. A few seconds later, the waiter returns. Your daughter smiles again. "Could we please get another bottle of water?" Polite, calm, kind, just not with you.
And the hardest part is not the silence. It is watching her give strangers the patience she no longer gives her own parent.
The first explanation. You may think she is simply being cruel, but watch what happens next. Her husband mentions that they may move to another city. You look surprised. "Move? Why didn't you tell me?" Your daughter immediately becomes tense. "Because I knew this would happen." "What would happen? I only asked a question." She does not answer. To you, the question was about connection. To her, it may have sounded like the beginning of a familiar interrogation. Where will you live? What about your job? How often will you visit? What about the family? She may already be defending herself against questions you have not asked yet. That does not mean you intended to control her. You may simply be afraid of losing your place in her life. But fear often enters a conversation disguised as curiosity. So you try something different. You take a breath and say, "You don't have to explain tonight. I'm glad you told me." Your daughter looks at you. For a moment, the tension drops. This is the first test. When pressure disappears, does some warmth return? If it does, the problem may not be a lack of love. It may be that conversations with you have started to feel expensive. The second explanation. But suppose you have already changed. You ask fewer questions. You stop giving unwanted advice. You no longer comment on her marriage, work, or parenting, and the coldness remains. Later that evening, your daughter reaches for her glass and knocks over the water. You move your napkin toward her. "Are you okay?" She snaps, "Please stop watching everything I do." The table becomes quiet. You were not criticizing her. You were trying to help. A minute later, the waiter apologizes for bringing the wrong dessert. Your daughter smiles. "No problem at all." That is when the situation changes. Sometimes an adult child is polite to strangers because strangers can leave. They control their frustration with a boss because there are consequences. They stay patient with friends because friendships can end. But they assume their parent will remain. They believe you will forgive the sharp voice. They believe you will answer the next phone call. They believe your love makes the relationship safe. Safety can explain why someone lowers their emotional filter. It does not make disrespect acceptable. The memory she is fighting. Before you decide she is simply using you, another detail matters. Your daughter looks at the spilled water and says, "You used to do that all the time." Do what? Watch me, correct me, wait for me to make a mistake. You do not remember it that way. You remember helping with homework, checking whether she had everything before school, warning her because you wanted to protect her. She remembers the feeling of being observed. Both memories may be incomplete. You were not trying to make her anxious. She may still have become anxious around you. But there is a limit to how long an old memory can be used to punish the person standing at the table today. You say, "I may not remember it the way you do, but I believe that it felt that way to you." She seems surprised. You continue, "I'm willing to look at what I did, but I also need you to speak to me with respect." Then you stop. No speech about sacrifice, no list of everything you gave her, no demand for an apology, just the truth. What her response reveals. Your daughter has three choices. She can explain what still hurts, she can disagree without attacking you, or she can punish you for setting even a gentle boundary. That response matters more than another year of guessing. If she becomes softer when you remove pressure, the relationship may still need safety. If she remains cruel after you have changed, she may be using you as a place to release anger. If kindness appears only when she needs money, childcare, or help, the relationship may have become one-sided. The cause changes what you should do, but one truth does not change. Looking honestly at your mistakes does not require accepting permanent punishment for them. Have you ever watched your adult child give strangers more patience than they give you? And what happened when you finally said something? This is the if verse, where family patterns become impossible to ignore. Subscribe. There's so much more to explore. Thank you for watching.